Hello and welcome back to another exciting episode of Point and Fail. Okay, I have to do Got That just once. Just once, and then I can make my official choice of who I'm going to go for the rest of the game. But I just have to go with Got That once. Damien seemed really interesting. A little odd, but interesting. I think I should hang out with him to get to know him a little better. I navigate to Damien's dad book page and type out a message. Hey dude, you seem cool. We should hang out sometime. I sit there for a minute before I see that Damien typing. But then he keeps typing. And typing. Man, is this guy writing a novel? I leave the computer to make some coffee. And he's still typing. I sip my coffee and the computer finally dings. Alice, whoa. I must confess my excitement to be receiving your kind letter for, as you see, I do find myself available to enjoy your company. I must ask your forgiveness, however, as I believe our first meeting did not paint me in a gentlemanly manner as I would have liked. Well, there's more. I would be highly flattered to enjoy your companionship at my residence for an afternoon tea and a stroll around my garden should it please you. Till then, adieu. Yours, humbled, D. Blood March. I stare at the screen and reread the letter several more times. If I could do an Alucard accent, or like make my voice that deep, he would totally be Alucard. Hey Amanda! Can you help me with something? Dad, for the last time, I'm not popping your backpack. No, can you interpret this for me? I turn the computer to Amanda and she squints at Damien's message. I just don't understand NetSpeak. Like, is this how kids communicate with each other now? Oh, totally. This is the hot new thing. See, Dad, kids all over got over saying lol and lamau or whatever and decided that what they needed to do was bring it back to the 1800s. So what do I do? Where's your pen and quill? What?
Yeah.
Did you forget to unpack the pen and quill? Dad, how will we address the nobleman in regards to your upcoming debutante ball? Okay, now I know you're messing with me. Father, without a proper chaperone, you'll never end up with a suitor worthy of our land. Or our dowry. Or... So you read Pride and Prejudice for school one time, and now you're reciting things you know about it back to me? Aren't you? Like, the first 5 pages and then I read a review of the movie. Still gotta be, though. Great, so what do I say to Damien? I got this. Amanda reaches over and types on the keyboard. Sure thing, dude. Regards, Alice. Amanda hits send and smiles at me. I hate you. Well, I suppose that's that. Whoa! I make a short walk over to Damien's house. Well, I guess you can't really call it a house. It's more of a manor. Estate? The Gothic architecture looms above the other homes in the cul-de-sac. I walk past a couple gargoyles guarding the front door and look around for a doorbell. There doesn't seem to be one. I pull the large, ornately carved bat's head door knocker back, and a hollow sound echoes throughout the house as I strike it against the door. I wait several moments before the door slowly creeps open. It's a little creepy, but I enter the home and take a few steps into the foyer, noting the oil portraits of who I assume are dead relatives hanging on the wall. Whoa! Oh! As I'm admiring them, the front door slams shut behind me. Hello? Silence. An oil lamp in the corner flickers dimly, casting ominous shadows against the wall. Why do I feel like all the people in these paintings are staring straight at me? Why is it so cold in here? Where's Damien? Alice, pleasure to have you in my home. I look up and see Damien standing at the top of a majestic staircase with a walking candle holder. That's, what's with the door slamming shut? Oh, sorry, there was a draft. And the door creaking open when I knocked? I accidentally left the door unlocked. And the creepy oil paintings? I like oil paintings. Right. Right. Please, let me show you around. Okay. Damien leads me around his house, showcasing his parlor, sitting room, auxiliary sitting room, and the parlor again, for some reason. This is one of the older homes in the block, yes, but nowhere near as old as the architecture might suggest. Though through extensive renovations, I have been able to craft a residence that is both historically accurate to the Victorian period and equipped with the amenities of any modern dwelling. We walk past the door covered in bumper stickers, caution tape, and a black parade poster. Did they listen to My Chemical Romance in the Victorian era? That's my son's room. You know how the rebellious teenager's years are. Onward, onward, there's more to see. We reach a door at the end of the hall that Damien opens with a flourish. And this is the library. Ooh, butterflies. Sunlight streams in from the floor-to-ceiling arched windows. The walls are lined with packed bookshelves, and even more books are scattered over the period-appropriate furniture. Damien is clearly really proud of his room. I gotta look at the butterflies. I walk up to the glass display of pinned bugs on the wall. It's pretty impressive. Nice bugs. I pinned them all myself. Maybe I could show you how sometime. I'm concerned I would stick the pin right through my fingers. The pinner's gambit. Is that a thing? No. Look out the window. I walk to the window and am greeted by a beautiful view of Damien's backyard. It showcases a beautiful view of the rest of the cul-de-sac. Hey, I can see Craig on his lawn. He's doing push-ups with his daughters on his back. Damn. He sees me and waves happily, doing push-ups with one hand now. Damn! Did you know that Victorians spent less than 20 hours a week gazing longingly out of full-length windows? Wait, really? No. But Victorians did appreciate telling a good joke. Pick up a book. You know, Ellis, in the Victorian era, there was some controversy surrounding reading. Many people thought the more tawdry novels would encourage youths into a life of crime and would cause too much of a distraction from work and school. I pull out a book at random and examine the worn cover. Opening it, I turn to a random page and read aloud. Naruto struggles against the chains that Sasuke had bound him with. Shirtless and out of breath, he looked up at Sasuke. Oh, wow. Sasuke smirked, unbuttoning his ninja pants. Okay, I think that's enough. Damien snaps the book shut and puts back onto the shelf. That's a rare book from my private collection. Please, will you join me for tea? I follow Damien to his sitting room, where finger foods have already been set out upon by beautiful tiered silver tray. I take a seat with the high back chairs as Damien pours and serves me some tea. I can't believe we're having a high tea. I never thought I'd get to do this. Damien smiles to himself. What? It's a common misconception that high tea refers to the wealth of class of the people enjoying it, when in fact the high refers to both the latter time of the day that the working class had to enjoy tea and at the height of the tables on which they were served. Oh. My dear friend, we're currently enjoying afternoon tea. That's informative. Damien takes a seat next to me and serves me a tiny sandwich. Don't call it a cape. Don't call it a cape. Don't call it a cape. Your home is really impressive. It seems like you really put a lot of work into this place. Thank you. No one's ever complimented my home before. Hell, I can barely get matching salt and pepper shakers in my place. And look at what you've done. I'm kind of jealous. That's Very generous of you to say. What got you so interested in goth stuff? Well, when I was a young boy, my father... Oh my god. Don't. Please don't. Did he take you into the city? Sorry. Did you guys see a marching band? I'm afraid I don't understand. When I was a young boy. You're serious? Of course. But it's, you know, the song. Amanda made me listen to it. Seriously? Dude, your son's got the poster on his door. I'd love to see a marching band. Nevertheless, I have always had a love for art, history, and fashion. What started off as a small hobby of collecting taxidermied animals grew into a sort of obsession. It's a privilege to be able to appreciate the lives and cultures of those who came before us, I think. Why not go all the way? I like not dying when I catch a cold. He takes a sip of tea. I can acknowledge that there were many very terrible things about the Victorian era and try to live a life that strictly aligns with those ideas. Would be admittedly horrid. But I think it takes a critical mind to truly appreciate something to the fullest, to be cognizant of its flaws and love it all the same. Tell me, Ellis, do you have any hobbies? Oh man, I do, but I don't know if I care about anything the way you care about this stuff. Well, I'd love to hear about your interests. Hearing someone talk about the things they are passionate about is intriguing, and quite honestly, rather attractive. Please, do tell me about your hobbies. Quick, sound sophisticated. Dude, soap making videos? Awesome. Soap is, an important advancement in modern society, getting rid of germs and stuff. I would say that the people who make soap are the true heroes here. To watch them work is an honor. I tried making some with Amanda once, and we both had to go to the doctor for the rashes, which I guess goes to show that we should leave it to the professionals. We finish our tea and finger sandwiches. Come, I have one more thing to show you. Is it your bedroom? Oh, it's your garden. I'm getting ahead of myself, I'm sorry. Damien takes me around the back of his home, where a variety of flowers flourish and beautifully landscape rose. I cannot talk. A small stone path weaves through it, and butterflies flit lazily through the air. My garden. It's beautiful. Thank you. Victorians took flowers and floral arrangements very seriously. You see, it was considered uncouth to discuss personal and romantic relationships in public, so lovers and friends alike would use bouquets to send secret messages to each other. Each flower and plant is symbolic to different feelings. Even more interesting is that one flower could mean different things, depending on the other plants it was paired with. One had to be extremely careful, as even the style in which the ribbon was tied around the bouquet affected the message. Damien leans down and plucks a gorgeous, bright orange flower off a vine. Lilium bulbifarium. The orange lily. What do you think this one means? Three cheers for sweets. Thou art the tightest. Or, my loins are ablaze. Let me do some quick flower thinking. Lilies meant death, okay? Let's go with, my loins are ablaze. The orange lily is... Oh, man, it would have been right! It would have been right! The orange lily is actually symbolic of pure hatred. Well, and that's precisely why floral arrangements are so challenging. What's your favorite type of flower? A peony? snapdragons are pretty fucking sweet. Because they're cute. And you can do that thing where you squeeze them so it looks like they're talking. And when they dry out, they look like dragons. What a lovely choice. Hey, I'll have to remember that when I put together a bouquet for you. Aww, you gonna give me flowers? You will put together a bouquet for me? No one's ever given me a bouquet before. I follow Damien down the footpath and admire more of his beautiful flowers. Suddenly, a phone rings. Oh, Alice, will you excuse me? I must take this. He pulls the cell phone out of his pocket. I'm a little surprised it's not a rotary phone. Go for it. Huh. Alice, you're silly. Rotary phone wouldn't fit in your pocket. Damien smiles and walks back to the house. Found a typo. I take a deep breath and enjoy the heavily perfumed air. What a lovely yard. This makes me wish I had put a little more effort into that garden Amanda and I tried to start one time. Our watermelons grew to the size of cherry tomatoes and then immediately died. Oh hey, a gargoyle. Oh no! I knocked over the gargoyle! Oh no! Oh no!
Fix that garg.
Fix that garg. Start. How do I... No, that was wrong.
Go!
Okay. Woo! That was scary, guys. I'm sorry. Phew, that was a close one. Oh no! Here comes Damien. He looks upset. Alice, my sincere apologies to have kept you waiting. There's an urgent matter that I must attend to, so I'm afraid I must take my leave. No problem, dude. Everything alright? Damien worries the hem of his coat with his fingers and looks away. Everything is perfectly fine, but it's Lucien? What's wrong? He appears to have, well, his teacher needs me to come to the school post haste. Do you need help? Oh no, you don't have to. Let me come with you. Us dads gotta stick together. Huh. You're right. This is one of Lucien's more elaborate stunts. I would greatly treasure having another parent by my side. Let's go. Damien and I walk to the school and are immediately greeted by an anxious-looking Hugo. Hi, Hugo! I'll get back to you, don't worry. Hey, Damien, you're here in record time. I wouldn't miss it for the world, dear friend. Wow, whatever it is, it doesn't seem like this is Hugo and Damien's first time to the my kids are in trouble rodeo. What is it this time? Oh. This, Damien, you have to see to believe. Damien and I fall in step behind Hugo, who leads us through the busy corridors of the school. We pass by several classes in session, and I vaguely wonder if Amanda's around. Hugo eventually ushers us to a small boiler room with a flight of rickety stairs leading down into darkness. Watch your step. I can hear faint voices drifting up from the basement, and they don't sound happy. As I'm led into the depths of the school, I recall the antics I got into as an angsty middle schooler. At least I had enough sense to stay out of creepy basements. We find another teacher in the boiler room tucked away in the back of the basement. With him are Lucien and Ernest, Hugo's son. Lucien has a bloody nose. Thanks for coming. I can't make heads or tails of this. I look around at the scene of the crime and see a bunch of bricks and some masonry tools scattered around. What happened here? Ernest punched me. Lucien tried to kill me.
Oh my.
The room falls silent. I was not trying to kill you, dumbass. I was trying to build a brick wall around you and see what would happen. You were cask of Amontillado-ing him? You promised me there was wine down here. You tricked me. Whoa. Wait a second. Lucien, did you try to cask of Amontillado? Ernest. It is a verb. I'm neither confirming nor denying that. I turned to Damien and whispered to him, What's Cask of Amontillado? Dude. Like, one of Poe's best pieces of art. It's a classic Edgar Allan Poe short story where a man gets his enemy drunk, lures him down to his cellar with the promise of wine of a fine vintage, and then buries him alive behind a brick wall. It's a lovely story. So wait, Lucien, you tried to do that to him? I was curious to see how it would turn out. I wasn't actually going to leave him there. What was the thought process here? That Ernest was just going to sit still while you slowly built a tomb around him? Well, it worked for like 20 minutes because he's an idiot, but then he realized that I had lied about the wine. And you were cackling maniacally. That sort of tipped me off. Ernest, 20 minutes. 20 minutes? Dad.
Sweet Manchego.
It took you 20 minutes? Son, we just did an entire 2-week units on the Cask of Amontillado. And it took you 20 minutes to realize Lucien was leading you into an elaborate ruse? Did you even read the story? I read the first 5 pages and then read a review of the movie.
Huh?
It's only 5 pages long. And there is no movie. Yeah, you're right. I paid Lucien to read it for me. Actually, he didn't even pay me. So when you think about it, this was me teaching him a lesson. Damien and Hugo both have their heads in their hands. You guys are always telling me to engage in literature, and I did. I don't see a problem here. Alright, I'm filing this under what the hell? Don't do whatever that was. Again, you two are both suspended for a week. Ernest and Lucien high five. The teacher starts to stomp up the stairs. Hugo, I'll cover your class. You take your son home. Mr. Bloodmarch, you too. Thank you for your mediation. We all head up the stairs and out of the school in tense silence. Lucien, Damien, and I all pile into my car and begin to drive home. Lucien immediately puts his hood up and stares out the window angrily. I'm not going to therapy again. I know, son. It's entirely up to you whether or not you want to go. But I care about you, and I can see that you're struggling. So if you do decide that that's what you would like, that you would like to speak to a professional about your feelings, we can do that too. Maybe you can spend this week looking for a summer job. I know how much you want your own car. I can't believe Damien's keeping his cool. I'm impressed. Fine. Thanks for not freaking out too hard. I love you, son. Lucien continues staring out of the window. Love you too. We spent the rest of the drive in relative silence. The moment we pull into the driveway, Lucien hops out of the car, slams the door, and runs inside. I didn't expect to have that conversation in front of you. He and I have a lot we need to work out. It's alright, and all things considered, Lucien's bricklaying was pretty good. So there's your silver lining. There is that, yes. I really admire how you handled this. You were a lot more diplomatic with him than I would have been. I just want what's best for him, and I don't think yelling at him would do either of us any favors. It rarely does. You're a good dad. See you around soon? It would be my honor and my pleasure. Damien bows with a flourish. Classy. I come home to find Amanda curled up on the couch with a blanket watching TV. I plop down next to her. Yo. What you watching? Tiny House Hunting Brothers Extreme Edition. Ugh, I hate this show. The couple on screen bickers back and forth while standing in an extremely small house made of recycled bottles. The tiny house hunting brothers watch them with bemused expressions, both their heads touching the low ceiling. I told you I wanted a 2-bed, 2-bath, shabby chic cottage. This house doesn't even have a bathroom. But honey, the outhouse is only 20 yards away. It's not that bad. I am not pooping outside, Greg! Why don't they just get a regular sized house? I don't know. How'd afternoon tea go? It got strange. We had to go to school to pick up Lucien since he tried to he lured Ernest down to the cellar with the promise of fine vintage, and then he tried to break him into the wall, right? How did you know that? Has everyone read this story except for me? Lucian livestreamed the entire thing. Oh my god, this entire day is beyond me. But otherwise, it was a fun day. That Damien guy's a character, but he's really good company. With and a surprisingly diplomatic dad. I dig his style. You know what? Me too! Start building credit as soon as possible. How'd I do? How'd I do? How'd I do?
Simply a majestic evening.
Aww. Not the Amontillado.
You've got dads.
Okay, guys. I have to make some big decisions. I don't know if Matt's gonna work for me as much as I want it to. Me and Hugo really clicked, but surprisingly, me and Robert clicked. It's the movie thing, and it's just awesome. I love Goth Dad, but I don't think that this playthrough is Goth Dad time. And Joseph creeps me out. So, Hugo or Robert? That is what we're going to find out next time. Bye!